What's up, family barbecue? My bobas, we're here for the AimHigh Podcast, the third episode, and I'm joined by a couple cuties, by maybe a few cuties, maybe some Fortnite ex-professionals, okay? To my right on the screen is a man who has dominated the lobbies that he's been in. He has absolutely turned them into trash while slaying his opponents. He is maybe one of the greatest Fortnite players to ever touch the game. It is your man, your boy, my guy, Zastruh. Zastruh, what's up with you, bro?
What's going on? How's it going?
It's going good, man. I'm glad you could join us. You could join me and my little producer friend, my brother in arms, my boba, Jasmal.
It's me, dude.
You see him below Zastruh. And then to Mal's left on the screen, we have the greatest aimer to ever touch a keyboard and mouse. He has multiple records in the Olympics of Kovacs. He's going to represent the United States at the Esports World Olympics in Kovacs. He's the best aimer. He's the best Fortnite box fighter of all time. It's your man, Tracer FPS. What's up, Tracer?
What's up?
Dude, how are you, man?
That was impressive. I'm doing good. How are you?
Dude, I'm doing good. Except, listen, I am very upset. And I don't know how often you guys drive, but I just want to podcast family, the people here on the pod. I just want to exuberate my frustration with people who drive in the far left lane and they go slow so people pass them on the right lane. Everybody knows in America that left lane is reserved who people are okay with speeding. Okay? If people are cool speeding, you're in that left lane. If you guys, whoever is listening to this podcast, if you get in the left lane and you go the speed limit, eat dicks. Actually, eat dicks. That's all I have to say though for that. Guys, thank you for joining us on the podcast. I am so excited to have you two on, and I'll explain to my guests why. Not only are these some ex-professional gamers, they're ex-Fortnite pros, and that means a lot to me because it's not. I feel like people don't understand, and you guys could probably attest this because you were in it, and that's why I'm really excited to have you guys on. When Fortnite competitive started to really pick up, I feel like there's nothing that we've never experienced anything like that in gaming, and we still haven't experienced anything like that in gaming. And you guys were really there for the heat of it in the moment and really trying to progress careers inside of it. I know Danny, which is AKA Tracer, did some Twitch rival. You won a Twitch rival, or you didn't win, or you placed right.
We won one of the games.
Won one of the games, yes. Okay, and then you placed pretty high. Zastruh, you have multiple earnings as well. I mean, so can we talk about that era in time? Because that's what people are gonna know you from. Zastruh, where did you get your start in gaming? What got you started into eventually becoming that Fortnite pro?
Gaming as a whole, I started when I was super young. Like I played PS2 with sports games with my uncles, and
yeah,
that was that. But then as I grew up, one of my mom's ex-boyfriends actually introduced me to Call of Duty 4. He was like on the Bluetooth with his friends, and it was funny because the Bluetooth, you could talk into it, but the voices would come through the TV. So when he was playing, I heard all the trash talk in COD 4, and I piqued my interest.
Your ears were scarred, bro. Your ear is that?
Yeah.
You never looked back, bro. Is that why you play so
No.
much COD now?
Yes, actually. I played COD for like 10 years. It was like my main thing. And then, I got a PC and actually didn't touch COD for a while.
Okay, so you played COD originally on controller.
Yes.
And then what was Fortnite the first game you ever touched on a PC, or?
No, I played, it was actually H1Z1 when it was in its prime, like right before it died.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what convinced me to get a PC, to be honest.
Okay.
And then it was Overwatch, and then PUBG, and then Fortnite. That was pretty much my road.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tracer, what about you? What got you started into gaming, and then what eventually led to you playing Fortnite?
Well, same as Zastruh. I've been playing games about as long as I can remember. The first real game I ever played was Call of Duty on a PlayStation 3. I got my first PC in middle school. I started playing Minecraft and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then my first competitive game that I played was Overwatch. And then I dabbled in a couple.
You don't say.
That's actually how I met him. We met in Overwatch before Fortnite was even a thing.
Really?
Yes. competitive CTF
Yeah.
season
Yeah.
1 is when we met.
Yeah.
Wow. And you guys just hit it off, or what?
Yeah, we had a couple friends we were playing with, and in that mode, team cops were kind of important. So he played one that was pretty important. I played the other one. We were kind of like the MVPs, no big deal. But
Oh,
It's whatever.
okay. You guys are kind of the carry.
yeah, not gonna lie. And yeah, we realized that when Fortnite came out, we both started playing together, and then that was when like the stats were kind of a big deal. You know what I mean? When everyone played for wins or KDs or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's actually how we started playing Fortnite together. Was we were playing for wins. Fun time.
Yes.
Okay, you
I'm
guys
sure he
probably
remembers that a lot.
back in that era of Fortnite, you guys were probably actually slaying low key, winning a lot of games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Once-
At our peaks, we both had like 40-50% win rates and like
Yeah,
8,
it was
9,
kinda
10
weird.
KDs. It was
yeah,
ridiculous.
we were sweaty as fuck. Yeah.
Is that now
we
were you
had
guys-
designated drop spots before anyone thought it was an idea.
Really? Is
Yeah.
that were you guys like did you guys compete in tournaments together? Like were you guys teammates at all? Like when you guys really started to take it seriously? Like when trios came out and duos, like did you guys ever compete in any major tournaments together?
Not that I remember. I think before tournaments were actually like a thing, like Fortnite tournaments were a thing. There was like Discord ladders and stuff like that. We played in the
West
squads
Pack or whatever
one,
they call
right?
it.
Oh
We played
yeah,
as a squad with
FNPL
Olgo
squads.
and someone else. Yeah, that was fun.
Dang, okay. Did you guys win?
I don't remember.
That was back when there were no West servers, or there was
Yeah.
no West Discord. The only
Yeah.
Grim Discord was FNPL. It was all East Coast, so we all had to
Yeah.
play on 80, 90, 100 ping.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was rough.
Considering the ping, I think we did pretty well, but we weren't at the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Well, guys, this is going to be a really excited podcast. I'm excited for it because we are going to dive deep into this Fortnite stuff, and then we're also going to dive deep into just your guys' lives in general. I understand, Tracer, you're going to college at the moment, correct?
Yeah.
Where are you going to school at? If you know?
Go to UC Irvine, and I'm majoring in computer game science.
Nice. And
Second year right now.
You want to develop a game, right? Like you want to eventually get to the point where you can make your own game, right?
Yes.
Nice. Zastruh, are you just kicking it? What are you doing?
Right now, I'm kicking it. I actually quit my job a couple years ago for like streaming, and for Fortnite, I tried to attempt a career. And right after COVID, I was planning on getting another job, and then I moved back in with my grandma. Right now, we're just kind of on halt with COVID
Nice,
and all
yeah.
that stuff. So
And
waiting it out.
are you in Cali?
Yeah, I'm in California.
Okay,
I'm in northern
they're starting to shut everything down there again, right?
tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy, bro. How long
Yeah,
did they say how long it is?
I don't think so, but
Okay.
all I know is like
Tracer,
everything's
you're affected by
gone.
that as well?
Yeah, I think they said it's going to be a couple weeks, but it's going to be way longer than that.
Jeez,
It's
bro.
It's not looking good
This is,
right
this
now.
is the second or third time we've done it now, and it's crazy, man.
Dang, bro. Low key, I'm supposed to go to California on January 7th. Maybe I'm not going. Like maybe they're gonna call me and be like, "Nah, dude, your flight's canceled, homie."
Maybe
Maybe.
That would be sad.
That would suck.
That'd be sad to be honest with you. 'Cause
that's
it's
that's
like
in a month. Yeah, there's a
it's
possibility.
It's a birthday trip, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm turning
man.
a boomer age, and I'm going out there, maybe drink a little bit, hang out with some friends, and it'll be sad if they cancel it. But you know what? Such is life in this world that we live in now.
Agreed.
Guys, here's the thing, man. I don't know if you guys are gonna agree with me on this. I'm not, and never was anywhere close to a pro Fortnite player, or even like in the realm of like wanting to like pursue that, or even in Discord to do that. So I really, when it comes to competitive, everything from my knowledge is like past competitive games that I've played competitively. And I don't know if you guys are gonna agree with me on this, but I feel like Fortnite really actually started to die, in a sense of like kind of sealing its own fate, to what I think that we're seeing right now when creative was introduced. Do you guys think that I'm like a lunatic for thinking that, or what do you guys think? Like, do you guys think creative, like that was always a thing that was going to happen and should have happened, or do you think it never should have happened?
I think it should have happened. It made the game evolve, but at the same time, it kind of, I don't know the right term, but it made it skyrocket into something that no one thought it could at the beginning, because at the beginning everyone was just walking around shooting people like it was PUBG. No one really, understood the building mechanic unless it was
Yeah.
blocking a shot at you, right? And then creative comes out. Next thing you know, you have all these memes and all these kids just cranking on top of Tilted just for no reason, right? And that's what really, because if you didn't have the time to set it all into creative, you were just already behind. That was it.
Yeah.
So all the little kids that come home and they crank in circles for 4 hours after their homework, and we're coming home from our jobs and we're like, we just want to play some games. Now we're just getting shit on by these kids, and that's what I think made it die down, was the fact that casuals were kind of left in the dust.
Dude, and I feel like now, especially, like, I heard somebody the other day, they were just like, yeah, like, there's really, like, there's no, like, it's weird because Fortnite is trying to kind of, like, and they've always done this, I feel like, but they're trying to, like, cater so much to, like, the casual and, like, the competitive gamer. But the interesting thing about their game now, and I guess they don't realize this, is that there's no casual, like, player. Like, there's not really, like people who play casually, like, don't have fun. From like, what I've heard from, like, casual players, like, who play the game, and they don't have fun when they play it. So,
what I know...
And then they eventually, like, turn into, if they want to keep playing the game, right, they turn into someone who takes it competitively serious, and then they're on the other spectrum of that. So, to me, it's, like, it's weird that they introduced this mode that kind of, to me, was, like, the first sign of, like, okay, they really don't care about their casual players. But then they keep releasing stuff like they do care about their casual players, but it just ends up hurting the competitive scene. So it's just, like, really weird. I don't know what you guys feel about it, but
they've struggled with balancing for sure. And the weird part is that the competitive players have tried to make it to where they can cater to both. They've gone out of their way to make propositions for different loot pools, or maybe not adding certain consumables to competitive stuff like that.
Why have they not separated the loot pools?
You would think they would, right? But I don't know.
I feel like that's dude, that may have been the first thing that I would have said in a board meeting. Like, just been like, hey, like, why don't you separate loot pools? Exactly. There's no way that they haven't talked about it, right? Like,
I think the only thing I've ever heard them say about why they haven't is that when there's, like, tournaments and stuff, when they have casual players watching their tournaments, they want them to see the pro players playing the same game as them. They don't want to see pro players like they're playing a different game.
Yeah,
but
that makes sense.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Because listen,
to be
like,
fair,
I just want to say this is, like, okay, let's take, like, a sport, for example, like football, right? Like, listen, me and Mal, and I don't know about you guys, but me and Mal played football in high school, and I played a little bit in college. And I'm telling you guys right now that even though it's the same game, like, it's not the same game the higher you go. Like, there's more things having to happen the higher you go. So to me, it's like, that's one of the benefits of, like, being in high school or being in college and watching, like, players like Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson, who are just, like, insane at their position. You realize, like, oh, okay, like, it's not the same game. Like, there's way different speeds. There's way different plays. There's different things that you have to, like, utilize versus, like, what you would utilize in college and high school. So it's, like, it's weird to me that a gaming industry would be like, oh, like, we want these guys to not feel left out and see the pro players playing the same game as them, when it's like, dude, it's not the same game, though. Like, none of these pro players would treat like, playing with the casual players the same that they treat playing with each other. So it doesn't even make sense that you would, like, say, like, oh, it's the same game. It's because it's not even the same game. As soon as you get 100 pro Fortnite players in a lobby, the game is completely different, and in my opinion, way more fun to watch. So it's like, why would you not say, hey, like, dude, we want to do whatever we can to intensify and like, put on a pedestal our players like Booga and, whatever, Tfue, Scope, whoever the top guys are. Like, why would you not want to cater to those guys? Because those are your money makers when it comes to competitive, instead of just pissing people off. I don't know.
Yeah.
What is...
You'd think they listen, but everyone's waiting.
And that's... guys... why do people keep playing it if they're, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's, like, why are people like, hey, you think eventually they'd listen? And meanwhile, I'm over here like, well, you think you'd eventually stop playing the fucking game. Like, but people just don't. Except for Tracer, Zastruh. I see Tracer on WoW for 16 hours a day, so there's no possible way that Tracer's playing Fortnite.
I still get on now and then. I still do.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Bro,
I
where'd you find that time?
like you were talking about earlier about creative, like sealing the fate of the game. I mean, the building and editing mechanic in that game is what made it what it is, and that's what's going to keep it what it is for a really long time. And I don't think I've ever played a game with a more fun mechanic than building and editing, and I don't know if I will for a long time. And I'm always going to keep coming back to it just for that, really. Dude. There's a reason that people can sit in creative and just free build by themselves for 2 hours straight. There's nobody that does that in any other game ever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That is true. It just feels like it's such a tall ask for casuals, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like
it is
essentially like, hey, like you have to spend your free time in creative if you want to like have fun, which is
that's where skill-based matchmaking came into play. Was the fact that the guys that did come home from work or from school just to hop on and see what was new or something, and then they're just getting mopped by Booga Tfue. Like where's the fun in that? But at the same time, it's such a weird dynamic because you have the top people who play it all the time who are good going against the same people that are good. It's not always that fun element. Like sometimes you just want to chill, play against some bad players and shit on everyone, but then you have to play against everyone your skill level all the time, and it can get tiring for sure.
And that's, bro, and I think what people don't realize is like, even though they're not like, technically I feel like you could say, okay, like the casual players is any, I don't know. People just who are, like you said, like they just come in and play every now and then. But to me, like even with skill-based matchmaking, like a company goes, oh, this is how we're going to fix it by just making the top players play the top players and the bottom players play the bottom players. But I feel like what they're not understanding is like when you do that, even the bottom players are still having to constantly play people at their skill level. So regardless of like where you fit into that rank, you're always having to try. There's never like a chill moment. Like regardless if you're, if you're a platinum in Valorant, like in ranked, like you have to play platinums. Like it's just what it is. And if you're kind of capped at platinum, like that's always going to be hard for you. So just because somebody is in Radiant or Immortal or whatever in the, scope of like Fortnite, doesn't mean that they have it any harder than the person who is in platinum. Like that person in platinum has to fucking try just as hard as the Radiant people, because that's who, that's the level that they're on. So it just seems weird that like that's their fix when it's like maybe we just mix it up. But I don't know. Are you guys in for the skill-based matchmaking when it comes to Fortnite or no?
Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because these players playing against people of the same skill, as soon as they start to improve and get better and find themselves outperforming the people they're playing against, their MMR goes up, and then all the improvement that they see just goes away.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so the whole system is just discouraging people from learning the game and improving, when I think the solution to fix Fortnite's problem would have been, rather than to tell casual players that, they're playing the same game as pros, accept that they're not, and encourage them to learn the game and learn how to build, give them tools to learn how to build and play the game like the pros do. And instead they just leave them in their own little box, I guess.
What I've noticed their approach lately has been, since chapter 2, was give the casuals content, give the pros money. And it's been this weird thing where the tournament formats and the tournament servers have gone to such shit, but they're giving them money, so that's what's keeping the competitive players there. But at the same time, the casuals are getting these Marvel battle passes, all these cool skins, glider,
Yeah.
So they're trying to just say, shut up, play. Like, that's kind of what I've realized it is lately. And for the competitive scene, seeing as I was there when it started, it kind of sucks because it's like the quality of the game has just gone down so much, but they're not really trying to improve on it. They just keep throwing money.
I don't know what you guys would think about this. I've always had this theory about it though. And it's like very like, I don't know, psychological, especially like marketing and business wise. Like I genuinely think that there's this like scheme. And I say scheme, it's like, conspiracy theory. It's not really conspiracy. It's just like, I just genuinely think that like Fortnite looks at and maybe they stumbled upon it, or maybe there really is someone who's like super smart in the building that was like, hey, this is how we're going to do this. But what it seems to me is I don't know, maybe since like the sword, I guess, because I feel like the sword is what really was like, that was the first major thing, right? Like that was like, what the fuck is going on? Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing, dude? Like, especially in a tournament, bro. Like that, I'll never forget that scene. Like, I'll never forget that dude winning that thing, like winning those matches.
Yeah.
Just grabbing the sword.
He got it twice, and the other people got it once, so he won.
Yeah. So and I'll never forget that. That was actually insane to watch.
Yeah.
But I feel like they stumbled upon it because that I feel like they didn't intend for that to happen, and then that happened, and then they created a bunch of backlash, right? And then what do you see from then on? Well, we see planes were not received very well. The mech suits were not received very well. The balls initially, the ballers were not received really well, and not until like I feel like late in the season when people were like, oh, this is actually movement.
It's because they were nerfed into the ground. They had like 200 HP.
Yeah,
and it was like you were better off not even.
But there's a theme there, right? Like at the beginning of the season, Fortnite releases something that they know is going to be trash. Why? Because anything that is trash gets who talking, gets the pro players talking. Then you end up trending on Twitter, and then you end up trending to people that you've never who's never seen your game before, and you get exposure because any fame is good fame. And then when there's all this hype and there's all this fame and you're being talked about and everybody's shitting on you, you come back and you go, okay, we're going to revert and we're going to do this. And then all of a sudden the pro players go, yes, Fortnite, they listen to us. Meanwhile, there's just some dude sitting up there with 100 racks going, these fucking 14, 15-year-old kids are dumb. They're dumb. And we're going to keep doing this shit to them until they fucking figure it out. That's my theory. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I have.
I guarantee that was all planned. Like, there's no way somebody the sword, they put that in the game the day before the tournament.
Yes, it was like a day or two. I don't know.
The season was already out, right? Like
it doesn't.
People
take
had time to learn, and then they were just like, here.
It doesn't take more than 2 brain cells to see that sword is gonna just throw off the entire tournament. They did that on purpose for views, and then that wasn't the only tournament where there was gonna be a major patch or a major update right before the tournament. There was what was like WSOE, I think there was a big patch. It wasn't
Katowice,
that one. And then it wasn't
from
until
season 7 to 8. That was the change. It was the day of.
And then after that point, it wasn't until pro players started yelling at them that they decided, okay, fine, we'll hold off the patch for the tournament, or we'll play the tournament on an old patch, and then
like
it's obvious.
I don't know, man. What is there, like, Tracer says he gets on still every now and then. Zastruh, are you getting on at all?
I did this last season, but I actually just installed it or uninstalled it like a week ago. So
wow. No. Tracer, how does that make you feel? An old friend has uninstalled.
It'll be back on his computer someday. It will be.
Is there okay?
Yeah, meaning like 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days. That's usually how it is. And that just makes me think of Doc every single time. Fucking uninstall this dog shit game, and then fucking he's playing it next day. Zastruh, is there anything that like if Fortnite, what would be the thing that Fortnite comes out on Twitter that you go, okay, I'll install it, I'll try it.
Competitive fairness. I don't know. That's
what
probably it.
What does that look like though? What is it like? What would they? I want to spell this out. What do they have to do to get people back on the game, especially like people of your guys' stature? Because there's a lot of you. There's a lot of you guys who either A, like won money, like a significant amount of money, or B, were on the very fringe of like making a career out of it that are now not playing. I mean, I think of another guy that's not here is Dodge. Dodge doesn't play the game anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, those are, you three are really, really top tier talents in Fortnite who don't, at least my experience with Dodge and DMs is he does not give a fuck about that game. Like, it does not want to play it, does not want to think about it. Like,
he also found love in he found love in Valorant.
Yeah, and he fell in love with that because he's really good at Valorant. But, but it's still like, I think he acknowledged, and he's acknowledged to me before that like Fortnite is like, he loves Fortnite. I mean, to be that good and to reach the heights that he did, like you guys have to love Fortnite, right? I mean, there has to be some like love there. So it's just like, it's sad though to see players like you guys, players like Dodge, like not really fuck with that game. What do they really have to do to say, hey, if they came out and they said what gets you immediately back on the game?
I know right off the bat, putting the age limit back to 17.
A competitive age limit. Yo,
Yep.
Zastruh looked into the camera and said, "Fuck them kids.
Them
Fuck
kids need to get the
them
fuck out and
kids,
go back to
bro."
Club Penguin, man. They ruined it.
Did you guys
They
see?
need to grow up the way I did.
Hold
I
up
don't care.
though. Did you guys see that esports org signed the 8-year-old kid to a $33,000 contract?
I saw that.
Yeah, Team 33
Unreal.
signed an 8-year-old kid to a $33,000 contract signing bonus. That was the signing bonus, by the way. It was the $33,000
For Fortnite?
Yes, I don't know what his contract is, but the signing bonus was $33,000.
Keep in mind, he can't even compete or make money for them for another 5 years.
Yep. And this
It's
is
so
okay.
dumb.
And this is what I want to. But this is what I want to know is because, to me, orgs that are still investing in Fortnite to me are brain dead. Like to me right now, but maybe I'm dumb and maybe like they know something inside the industry that I don't. But it just seems to me that like Fortnite is going to kind of like I feel like they're capped like at what their viewership is going to be. I don't know if I'm wrong on that, but to me it just feels like this is like Tifu's out. Booga, I haven't seen Booga play Fortnite in like 6 days. Like the man is just chilling on fucking Valorant and fucking Diamond, hard stuck, doesn't give a fuck to go back to Fortnite. So I mean, he's obviously depressed. But I mean, it's like what what are we doing here? I feel like this is the same shit over and over again. So I just feel like they're capped. Am I wrong or?
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think they're gonna learn anytime soon, personally. Because go ahead.
I'd say, yeah. I mean, I think they're capped. I think it's peaked, but at the same time, the game's not going away for a long time. There's still gonna be money to be made
It's a
from
very
that game
innovative
for many
game,
years.
and the people just keep pouring money into it for skins, so it's not going anywhere.
So while it might not be the most profitable game, it's stable. It's gonna stay this way for a while, and it's gonna be a good investment still.
And is there I don't know, man. I guess
I'm pretty sure they've talked about a World Cup 2021 already as well.
Are you guys coming back to compete for that or?
No.
That's just a hard no.
I'll come back to watch. I'll come back to watch.
Yeah, I couldn't put up with that game again. The time that you put into it, and just the sudden changes or just bullshit that happens, it's not worth it for the mental.
It feels odd to me that for the people watching on YouTube, the man pictured right here down below me, that is the man, the myth, the legend, Tracer FPS. Guys, if you guys could, I don't know if we could find a way to link, or Mal, if you could go on his Twitter and find the video of him Kovaxing and fucking absolutely just ding 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 ding. Dude, I showed my friend Agent 00, who was on the pod in the first episode. We were over at his house and I showed him. I go, hey man, look at this guy. Because at the time, do you remember when we were gonna do that Valorant tournament, Tracer?
Yeah.
So we were going to do that against other content creators, and Agent was one of those content creators, and me and him were supposed to build our own teams, and I had built the team with you guys, and he was talking all this shit, and I go, you know what, motherfucker, I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm doing it, and I pulled up Tracer's Twitter, and I go, look at this, and I show him,
there it is.
And yeah, okay, let me undo this here. There we go. Yeah, fucking blow that image up, bro. Blow that image up. I fucking show Agent this, and if you, dude, look at him. I don't even know the fuck he's doing this, bro.
Eyes like a hawk.
I don't know how the fuck he is doing this, bro. If anybody has played Kovacs, please tell me how he's doing this, because I've been playing. You know, I have to go on the mini Tile Frenzy to even look like that. And look, he got up, he said, suck my dick, dude. He looked straight into the camera. His hands are up on his head, waiting for somebody to get in there, dude. I'm telling you, bro, this kid is insane. So what it's telling me is, like, Tracer has a lot of talent, and to not be using that anywhere, not in Valorant, not in Fortnite. Tracer, what's going on, bro? Please, we need you to compete in the game, bro. What is happening?
Dude, trust me, I want to. I really, really want to. But at the end of the day, I have to enjoy the game that I'm playing.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. If I have passion for the game that I'm playing, then I'm gonna play the shit out of it. That's how it was with Overwatch. There was a time when I'd sit down and I could just grind Overwatch competitive matches for just 8 hours straight without a worry. But I get on Valorant, I can't do it. I just don't enjoy it enough. Same thing with Fortnite. Fortnite just don't have that love for it anymore, unfortunately. And I'm having fun on WoW, and I'm sure it's only a matter of time until another game comes around that will catch my interest. So hopefully in the future.
What about what about Valorant is boring to you? Because I've heard you use that word a lot when describing Valorant. I feel like it's a top 3 matches and you kind of want to get off.
Pretty much. I really wish that I knew. I really can't put my finger exactly on why I don't find it that fun. I mean, I think it's a great game. I think it's an absolutely amazing game. I think it's super competitive. I think it's really well made. I don't know.
Also, you guys should. Hey, I don't know if he'll do it on the pod, but you guys should hear this guy's Brimstone reenactment. He's got a good. He's good. Molly. He's got a good one. I don't know if he'll do it for us, but he's got a good one.
Maybe later. I gotta warm up the vocal cords for that.
Yeah, warm it up. But yeah, I don't know, Zastruh. What was your issue with Valorant? How come you just ended up not really liking it?
I kind of sucked. To be blunt, I've never played attack FPS before that, so I came in from Call of Duty and then Battle Royales straight into Valorant, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I mean, I got to Diamond, but like that's another game you kind of just have to put all your time into to continue getting better, you know? And it wasn't capturing enough for me. Like it didn't hold me in, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. And Mal, I know for people who don't know, Mal also played Valorant, hasn't really been playing it a lot recently. Do you have any concerns, or is it pretty much similar where it just for some reason it's not capturing you?
No, I don't know. Valorant was just like, I think I liked it in the beginning because I came from Overwatch and like Counter-Strike, and they were both like kind of like a mix of each other, but it was more Counter-Strike based. So I was like, oh man, I'll be cracked to this game. And then like I was just like, damn, Split just ruined it for me. I was like, this map fucking sucks, man. Every time I get on Split, bro, I literally get depressed. I swear to God.
Split, man.
Dude, that's how it is for me now with Haven, dude. I think Haven is the like. Mal, I agree. When those 3 maps first got released, Split was the worst one. But then when they made that change to the mid map in Split, and then I have just left Haven the same. Like, bro, Haven can absolutely eat dicks, and that's just the way that it's gonna be. So I don't know, man. I still love Valorant. I love playing it. I think the reason that I get bored is I'm usually solo queuing now or playing with Dodge. And if I'm playing with Dodge, that means that I'm playing against Radiants and Immortals, and I'm fucking Diamond 2. So it's like, it is what it is. It's cool, but it's also just like really frustrating to always like, I don't know. Not that it's not cool, because technically, we win most of the time, then, I technically get boosted. But it's also still, like, kind of frustrating to, like, not have a team around you to play, like, your own competition.
When you're solo queuing and duo queuing, it's
when I
lottery.
solo queue, like, I either have a really, really good game because I'm surrounded by people who are my skill level, or I'm getting trashed because my teammates like suck, or my teammate leaves, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like random shit, which is like that's the crux of any, like, look at League, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if Overwatch was like that, where people would, if you solo queued in Overwatch, people would just fucking dip or whatever. But I mean, that's essentially what's happening in Valorant. But I don't know. It's one of those things where maybe if I had 5 people or 4 other people that I could play with consistently, it would be dope. And I'd have a ton of fun. But right now it's like, there's not really any game besides probably like a high tier lobby for Among Us that I'm like, oh man, I really want to go out of my way to play that game. Like there's nothing besides like a high tier lobby, but it has to be a high tier lobby, because otherwise, like if I'm playing with like, You know,
So
I'm not trying to flame you, family barbecue, but dude, my community sucks balls at Among Us, dude. You guys are fucking dog shit, dude. And you guys are listening to this right now, and you guys are mad, and you can comment in the comment section. I don't care. You guys are actually dog shit, and it's frustrating. But you know, when I play, you know, when I'm playing, I played last night with Dean Harambe, you know, Master Fiend.
Master
Those,
Fiend, yeah, I
yeah,
saw.
those guys are good. You know, those guys. It's like it's like when you first got into your first competitive, like, you know, everybody is playing, like, you know, everybody playing in the Fortnite lobby that you're in. Like the first time that you guys probably did that was probably an insane moment. Like,
yeah, it was
right?
pretty cool.
Like it's pretty
Yeah.
pretty cool. You know, and then like you know those people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know that they're gonna bring a level to the competition that, you know, you like, you knew that you had to, like, oh shit, you had to be on your A game. And with that, it's like when you get in a high tier Among Us lobby, like, you know that, like, okay, people are actually like, we're sweating, we're playing, you know what I'm saying? And during that game, like, I just love that shit, because you guys know I feel like right now I've been talking for 6 minutes straight. You know what I'm saying? I love talking. So, you know, I don't know, man. Will there ever? How close are we to another big game, or how close do you guys think we'll ever get somewhere in that realm of Fortnite, or can we just throw that out the window? Like, Fortnite was kind of its own thing, and that's it. We're not going to get to that point ever again.
It'd be very shallow thinking to think there wouldn't be another innovative game. I don't mean that as shade. I
No,
personally
yeah.
think that the um
But you get what I'm saying, Zash? Like, I'm talking about,
possibilities are like endless.
like, think
man.
about all the
Something's gonna
careers
come.
Fortnite built.
Right.
Like,
Oh, so you mean
like,
in terms of success?
in terms of just,
of the
yeah,
game.
blowing. I
Okay.
mean, like, dude, Fortnite changed the competitive scene, like, just as far as, like, just
Okay.
actual esports competitiveness. It blew people up to the point where, like, people legitimately have careers in gaming that would not have had it if it had not come out.
Right.
And it also really, I mean, I know, you know, H1Z1, PUBG, but it really took hold of the battle royale genre and made its own. And so,
Yeah.
are we ever gonna see something? I felt like with the hype, Valorant was maybe thought to be something like that. Like, oh, this is really gonna take hold of that genre
Yeah.
and blow up, and we just have not seen that yet. And I don't know if that's just because something like that takes time. But is there anything like that you think, like, how are we close, or is there a game that you guys are like, oh, I know that this game's being developed? Is there anything on your guys' radars at all?
Nothing on my radar, but personally, I think that gaming in terms of like success and like numbers is just constantly on the rise. So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
if there is another innovative game that comes out, that's where it'll all go. If it's another capturing game like Fortnite where you can come in from anything. League of Legends players came to play Fortnite, you know, like there's no correlation between the two.
Yeah.
If it's a capturing game, the numbers will show you that it's gonna pop. It
It's
just has to be there.
I think it's just a matter of time before
Yeah.
something's going to overtake the whole gaming scene again. And whether it's developed with the plan of doing that, or if it turns out to be just spontaneous, a surprise. I mean, Fortnite was a surprise. They didn't think building was going to become what it did, and building is ultimately what made it what it is.
Yeah.
That they didn't plan for that at all. So who knows? But
That's why
it's
it
a matter
was
of time.
free.
What's the deal with you guys and Apex Legends? Why is that not successful?
I think, I mean, I enjoyed it towards the beginning. It was very repetitive towards the beginning, so that's kind of why I quit. But I think the reason the competitive scene died was because they didn't really give them much attention or money. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. A lot of the time, no one's gonna like grind a game if there's no money out of it, right?
Yeah, I guess too, though. I think, at least I'm more curious too with Tracer. Is I feel like out of all the battle royales, Apex is the most aim centered, aim centric, and to see someone who's really into aiming not be into that game, I don't know. It strikes me as weird. Is it just you just not like it? Just not the movement, aiming? What was your issue with it?
I think it's just the time that it came out.
Okay.
I think I was heavily invested into Fortnite at the time. I really had no interest in really playing it. I think I only tried it maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
And by the time I was tired of Fortnite, I would have been way too far behind in Apex to even try to get into it.
Yep.
Are
I
you
can
not
agree with that.
okay? My thing is like, for instance, and this may tell everybody watching the type of thoughts I have about Tracer, but I feel like Shroud, any game that he hops on, whether he's late to the party or not, he's gonna be mid and above. And when I say mid and like probably like above average and above, at any game he touches, basically because he can aim really well and he knows how to transfer his sensitivities. I'm assuming you know how to transfer all your sensitivities in any game that you want to be on. So to me, it's like, do you really have that fear of like being left behind in a game when your aim is so good that I feel like that will give you the necessary cushion to learn a game, like adapt to a game, give yourself time while being good at aiming?
I think my aim does give me that ability, but like I said earlier, I really gotta enjoy a game
Yeah.
before I'm gonna get into it. And I think if the 1 or 2 times I played Apex, if it was super fun,
You
I would have gotten into it anyways, but
Yeah, that's probably true.
it wasn't quite there for me. And then regarding the sensitivity, um, I do have the ability to transfer my sense to any game, but a discovery I guess that's been made in terms of aiming is that aiming skill, it's really comes down to your ability to control a mouse. And when you develop mouse control, your sensitivity becomes less and less relevant. Like a lot of the top aimers, we can play different games at completely different sensitivities and aim just as well on each one. And the higher your mouse control becomes, the better you are at changing your sense and adapting to new senses.
So break that down. What does mouse control look like? Like simplify that for someone who maybe doesn't know what you're talking about.
I mean, it's really just what it sounds like. It's just your ability to move your mouse to where you want it to go, however fast or smooth you want it to go there.
And is that like, is there any like techniques that involve into that? Like as far as like, even like, let's break down even the fact like, are you a wrist aimer? Are you an arm aimer? What do you think in your opinion is better? Is there needs to be a mix of both?
I think it depends on the game you're playing, but I think a mix of both is generally good because your wrist and your fingers give you more precision and is better for small mouse movements, whereas you need your arm for wider flicks and mouse movements. Like in Fortnite, you need some good arm movement, right, to build crazy shit. But so sorry, what was the question again?
No, you're good. I just essentially like what like. I guess here's a question is how can someone dial in their aim? Like how can someone find out if they're an arm aimer, if they're a wrist aimer, what's more comfortable? Should they not even be worrying about an arm or wrist thing? Like what's if you had to give one person some advice, say, "Hey, this is the best thing that I would say to dial in your aim." Like I'm talking like someone who's just like they've never played an FPS game in their life. They're hopping on PC for the first time and they're intimidated by all this and they're like, I need to dial in my sensitivity, but I just don't know where to start. Where does a casual player start at finding their aim?
Like I said, I think it depends a lot on the game you plan to play, but that's one of the hard things is like the details of aiming are really hard to get into. It's in terms of, people measure their sense in centimeters per 360, right? And then, that can differ depending on what type of game you're playing. There's different games have better ranges of senses to play, but that's really not even the be all end all. I mean, there's a lot of people that play tac shooters at super high senses and people that play games like Fortnite at a super low sense. And it's really comes down to what you're comfortable with. Mostly, I think people should just play around with senses until they find one that feels right. And then if they ever decide to get into aim training, they can refine it more from there.
Yeah. I feel like in any game, I've always just like, oh, that feels good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Zastruh, are you kind of the same way or does anybody like break down their aim scientifically?
I mean, like Tracer, I'm sure he knows a lot of people that do that. Me personally, I don't care. Like, my mouse control's decent enough now to the point where, like, I've never really dove into it the way he has, but at the same time, I play enough, so my muscle memory in my, you know,
So you're a
my
better aimer
I
than
don't know.
tracer. Yeah, I agree. I think let's start this
Oh
battle. Here
Lord,
we go.
dude.
I think somebody who doesn't take it at all serious and just comes in and dominates the competition because you're just raw natural talent bursting and oozing from Zastruh.
If it feels good, I'll play. I'll play like that.
That's me,
That's
dude.
all it is.
That's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I feel that. Mal, are you the same way or how do you do it?
Low key, like if I go into a game, I just hit like a little flick and I just try to look behind me to hit that 180, just so I can get those clips. Just quick 180, dude. Comfortable 180. I'm just like, oh, that's nice. That's the sensitivity. And then I just play with it. And I'm just like, yeah, I have to get used to this shit, dude. Whatever.
Yeah, I feel like I do that a lot. Is I just kind of go. I kind of think like I'll play a round of the game, and I'll try to like kind of say, okay, what is this game like? Am I gonna need to have lower sense for this game or higher sense for this game, and try to figure that out. And then whatever that kind of conclusion comes to, I go with it. I just find a sense that's hey, if I need to have high sense or if I think that it'll benefit me. Like at one time, I really thought that like, oh man, like high sins is gonna really help me in Valorant. I just thought that. I don't know why I came to that conclusion, and I fucking went and fucking did it. Mal remembers I low-key when I first changed it, I popped the fuck off. Then after that, I changed it back to low. But still, I just kind of get a feel for it and just go for it.
I mean, that's a good mindset to have. I mean, it can actually be dangerous if you dive too much into aiming and you think too much about your aim, you forget about the other parts of the game. Yeah. And maybe your aim's on point, but then you just fucking suck at the game. All right. That's a good thing that Zastruh, I mean, it's a good thing for Zastruh that perhaps he doesn't pay attention that much to his aim. Like he just hops on the game and he really focuses on playing the game and being better at the game. And his aim just kind of follows suit. Right. Yeah. And then you're a better player because of it.
Man, see, Aim, I was telling you that too. I'm like, dude, just trust your gut, man. You got it. Just shoot him in the head. It's easy,
click
bro.
Heads, bro. Just click heads.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
I think for me, it's like I'm just such an overthinker that I'm like somebody who's like, if I feel like there's any part of my game that is lacking, like I'll hyper focus on something like that. Where like Valorant is like something that I'm pretty comfortable with movement wise. And I feel pretty comfortable like strategy wise. So if I'm like, to me, if I'm failing in something like that in Valorant specifically, to me, the only logical explanation would be like my aim, right? So it's like, okay, what's happening with my sensitivity? Am I aiming? Am I looking where I need to look? Am I lining up? Like, is my my fucking cursor, my crosshair? Fuck. Is my crosshair placement good? You know what I'm saying? Like, where am I looking at when I'm looking at walls? Am I ready to come out, head level? Like, what's going on? Like, I need to break it down. And then I just get way too invested into that. And next thing you know, dude, I'm diamond 3 all the way down to fucking gold 2, and I got to climb all the way back up. So, I don't know if there's anyone in the history of Valorant who has a higher ceiling than I do and a lower floor than I do. I literally am the biggest gap ever. But it is what it is. Fortnite though was always a struggle for me. I was never able to find my aim really in Fortnite.
Yeah, you got Zastruh hold his hand up. Yeah, question.
Yeah, thank you. Another quick thing on the what was it, sensitivities?
Yeah.
I already forgot what I was gonna say.
My fault. My bad.
Oh, no. Okay, we're good. So another thing is, it's really, you don't even have to dive into it. If you play the game, you can just pay attention. If you are flicking too far past their heads, or if you're flicking not far enough, up it, lower it. It's pretty simple.
Play with it.
That's what I did for my Valorant sensitivity. Like, I didn't think too much into it. I missed a few times. I said, okay, I flicked too far. I'm gonna lower it, and then I just went from there. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, especially in a game like. Go ahead.
No. I was literally gonna take it all the way off of aim. I was gonna take. No. So please, continue.
Okay, last thing about aim is that's especially a good thing I do in Valorant, because Valorant's kind of misleading, or attack shooters in general are kind of misleading. They look like they're super aim based, right? It looks like Valorant and Counter-Strike are like all aim, when in reality those two games are like some of the least aim based shooters you can play. And I mean, you think about it. You think about the way game sense works in those games. Game sense in those games is about knowing where your opponents are, knowing what they're gonna do,
Yeah.
and that translates into crosshair placement, which is pretty much about you want to have to do as little aiming as physically possible. You want
Yes.
Yeah.
the goal is to have your crosshair and have the enemy walk around the corner right into your crosshair. So you don't even have to move your mouse. You just click your mouse and they're dead.
Yeah.
Right? It's one of the if you're doing like crazy flicks and 180s on people all the time, like that's a bad sign. That means you don't know where they are.
Yeah.
That's a bad sign for your game sense. So and that's one of the things I have to remind people, like, I wasn't very good at Valorant, right? I could barely even keep Immortal, which is surprising to some people. A lot of people thought I was going to be super good at that game, but I'm too stupid to be good at that game. I just in my aim can't carry me in attack shooter because the aim isn't that important in that game.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think if you put your mind to it, you could probably be pretty good. But I'm biased.
I think if I enjoyed the game more, I probably could have gotten a lot better. But right around when I started to improve at the game is when I started to get bored of it.
Yeah. But at least before you got off, I got to hear those Brimstone reenactments and those Brimstone voiceovers. I'm telling you right now, guys, if he ever blesses us with it, you'll think Brimstone himself is here in the podcast. Maybe that's how I should have introduced. We got Brimstone from Valorant on the podcast joining us. No,
Then you had to talk like that for 2 hours.
Guys, another thing I want to know, dude, didn't Fortnite produce the most egocentric motherfuckers, dude? Like, I'm telling you right now, bro. Dude, Fortnite kids are the worst, bro. Like, I mean, even Mal, trolling before this podcast, earnings check. I mean, it got ridiculous at one point.
Me, what are you talking about?
You weren't
Hello?
trolling? Okay, sit your $250 ass down. Listen,
Yeah, hey, earnings check. Let's go.
It's a real, I don't know if it's a problem. I don't know, man. What was the scene like? Let's talk about the scene of Fortnite competitive. What was that at, like, the start, and what was that kind of like at the peak? And probably the peak for you, Tracer, is Twitch Rivals. What was all that like? What was being around those guys, the whole journey? What was that like for you guys?
I'll go. Towards the beginning, it was just that East Discord that we talked about earlier. Very small community, at least at the top pros was a very small community because it was, I don't know why, actually. I just remember the first West Discord that was made, it was maybe like 150 people, and you could get like 2 good lobbies, right? So everyone pretty much knew each other. And then that's when right after that is when the age limit dropped, and it was just an explosion. It was just the kids, it was the immaturity, and it kind of leached onto other adults in the scene as well. I'm actually kind of guilty of it myself sometimes, but it was just that the average maturity was lowered a lot, and that's what it comes down to, really. It's just children.
Yeah, like you said, the old West Grim Discords, like at that point, there wasn't money to be made from the game. Nobody knew there was going to be money to be made from the game. Everyone there was there because they loved the game. They wanted to get as good as possible at it. And then you lower the age limit, level of maturity goes down. You start introducing money. All these kids that are good at the game, and I mean, kids are really good at the game. I mean, it's hard to deny that the younger people are just better at the game. But you start giving them a bunch of money for being good at the game, and they think they've got it all.
Kind of we saw maybe a perfect storm, kind of with that, just the right things getting introduced.
Yeah.
If I could, I just want to know what, and maybe nothing, maybe you guys will say nothing, but if there's one thing that you think was holding you back during that time, like, what was it? Like, if you say, okay, I could have won this, just in general, in your career in general, like, because obviously you guys are not playing the game still. And obviously as well, like, you guys both acknowledged that it was kind of like you guys just kind of gave up. You guys didn't really have fun with it anymore. I guess what I'm asking is, like, if there was a perfect scenario during that time, during your competitive drive, Like, was there anything holding you back? Like, was it like, oh man, if I would have been in Virginia with 0 ping, I would have been, or was it like, hey, I just didn't have the right teammates, or I just like, is there anything that you can point to that you're like, oh man, like, if that would have been in the right line, I probably would have done better.
Personally, mental health.
Okay.
My mental health took a huge toll when Fortnite came out. I kind of just pushed like all my real life stuff to the side and just tried to focus on Fortnite or streaming, whatever it was that I was doing. And it all kind of just like sat there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as I'm playing and trying to do all this, it was just there. And that was probably just the one thing. I feel like if I would have addressed it, took care of those things, and then continued, it probably would have went much better. But it felt like a huge weight, and that was pretty much what held me back a lot of the time.
Okay. Tracer?
For me, I can almost pinpoint where I went wrong, I guess. And I think it's right around the start of World Cup is when, or because World Cup started around the last couple months of my senior year. And that's when I was like applying to colleges. I was doing AP tests, SAT, ACT, all that shit. And right around the start of World Cup is when I started giving less attention in the game, and I pretty much stopped scrimming at that point. And quitting scrimming is the worst thing I could have done. I think right up until that point, I really do think I was actually really, really good at the game. I mean, Balgo and
I agree.
I had this conversation a few days ago, actually.
We did good in all the, or we were pretty good in all the pop-up cups. We both placed top 100 in Scallywag. We were top 50 in, or no, we placed 37th in Scallywag. We both placed top 100 in Blackheart. We were top 50 in like the next duo tournament. Like we were easily both top 100 West players prior to World Cup. And then as soon as World Cup came and we pretty much stopped scrimming, I gave less attention to the game. He gave less attention to the game, and it pretty much went down from hell from there. And with the popularity of World Cup, everyone just passed us up at that point, pretty much.
Yep.
So do you think if you would have gave the game more attention, then you're thinking that you qualify for Worlds or what?
If I continue to be a hardcore scrimmer, I don't know. I don't think I could have qualified for Worlds, but I definitely would have had a much longer and more successful Fortnite career if I kept up scrimming.
Definitely agree.
Interesting. Okay. I just,
He was
see I see you guys, man, and I'm just out here thinking to myself, like, what's the picking a teammate? What is that like? Because I'm over here, I have no idea you guys is like are in game taking a game seriously, and I'm just like, why don't we just take? Listen, I'm gonna call Drake. I'm gonna get $1 million. I'm gonna buy a content house. I'm gonna stick Tracer, Zastruh, and Dodge, and I'm gonna stick them in a fucking house with 0 ping, and I'm gonna let them trio, and they're gonna bring me all the fucking money. Why am I wrong on that? Why is that? Why are you? Because if that would have been the case, all three of you would have played together. You know what I'm saying? What's the science behind picking a teammate, or is there one? Is it just kind of like you just kind of go with your gut?
Chemistry.
Yeah.
I guess if you can't really like talk to the person, and I don't know, I think you get what I'm trying to say. Like if you can't vibe with the person, how are you guys gonna play well? Or play styles. If one person's jumping in a box and the other one's not, there's a problem, kind of a thing. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot.
Tracer, do you have anything to say before I ask a question?
No, I'd agree with that though. Chemistry, Fortnite is really hard to. Teamwork in Fortnite is really difficult. It's not like other games where you can more easily come up with a game plan prior to a match. Like a lot of Fortnite communication is just on the spot, especially in an end game. It's just like one person has to say something and then you just got to fucking do it. Yep. And if two people have conflicting ideas on what they should be doing, it's really tough. Yeah. So go ahead. What was your question?
To be honest, I forgot. But a new question arises in my head, and it was, is there anybody that you guys were playing with at the time that maybe didn't get like much exposure, or just didn't, like, you could easily see that they didn't find the right teammate or whatever? Like, is there anybody that you can think of that you're like, you know what, if they would have had the right shot, they would have actually been pretty competitive? Is there anybody like that you can think of?
I have one. His name's Cadet.
Okay.
I actually do it with him for It was like when Duo Gauntlet came out, and he duoed with Aircool. Do you guys know who Aircool is?
Nope. I'm just kidding.
Aircool.
I do.
Oh yeah. See, Air, no, like hate towards Aircool. Aircool is amazing.
Yeah.
He didn't scrim, so I feel like if Cadet had someone that was at the top of their game screaming all the time, he would have qualified. Because I don't know if you guys know, but they placed like 6th or 8th in one of the weeks at Duo World Cup, and that's like 3 or 4 spaces from qualifying. And I feel like if he was given someone that really grinded, either of them actually, because Aircool was good, but he wasn't top tier scrimmer.
Yeah.
And I feel like Cadet kind of
He was.
he was very, very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that was
Tracer?
kind of the problem with me too, because I think I was working still around that time, and I didn't get to scrim all the time with him, and
Yeah.
that's why he ended up switching up. Yeah, switching up teammates, not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tracer?
I don't really have anyone I can think of.
I love that because fuck them,
I
right?
mean-
Fuck everybody. It's all about you, bro. You're the best.
But if we're going back to World Cup, I can say that Sented should have been there. Absolutely. That he's
Okay,
the only person I
yeah.
can think of that wasn't at World Cup. That 100%, no doubt in my mind, he was supposed to be there.
Yep.
Okay, interesting. Well, you know what? I don't hope that you guys go back to Fortnite, but I hope that we get to see you guys in a competitive environment again at some point. Because I just think it would be a shame if you guys were not. You guys are just too good of gamers. I mean, I go in and by the way, we're going to have links in the description, of course, for both these guys, whatever they want to plug. But you guys really should go check out Zastruh's Twitch. I mean, I get on Zastruh's Twitch, and this motherfucker's out here fucking 180, 360, fucking sniper shot zombies in the head, bro. And then he goes on fucking multiplayer COD, Nuketown, 83 and 10 out here just dropping kills. I mean, you just got too much talent bottled up, bro. You can just tell my boy knows his way around a mouse. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, you know, I just want you guys to, you know, maybe it's a little selfish of me. I know I'm not going to compete at that high level. Dude, I'm telling you, one of my favorite moments was going to Twitch and watching Tracer live at Twitch Rivals. Being in there, I was so proud. I was so happy. I didn't even really know him like that back then, but I was just like, oh my God, an acquaintance, my friend, he's playing in Twitch Rivals. Oh my God, he's winning! Dude, it was just insane. It was insane.
I was there too.
And
Yeah,
but
Zastruh made a bag, dude. Can't forget
Bro,
about
but
that.
I didn't know you then, bro.
We met pretty recently.
Yeah, pretty recently, bro. I did not know, bro. Wait, who were you? Were you teamed up with Tracer, or were you teamed up with somebody else?
No, it was 2 other people.
Who were you teamed up with?
Snow and Branchies. We actually got 2nd place twice. And
That's tough.
yeah.
Anyway, you needed one win to get
You needed one
qualify
win
for the grand
to
final.
insta-qual. So it was either you win a game or you get the most kills throughout the games. And we got 2nd twice. It sucked.
Dude, that's actually super tough to
Yeah.
hear. But
We actually lost to Tracer in one of the games.
wow, is
Yeah.
is there any animosity there? Like,
No.
Just
He
kidding.
was playing with two of the better players in
Dude,
that tournament.
but it would have been content if you would have been like, yeah, actually, I came
Oh,
on this podcast to say fuck you, Tracer.
so-
I'll never forget that moment, dude.
I will never forget it. I'm
straight
straight
anime
up. I'll
revenge
never
story,
forget it.
bro.
Yeah.
You haunted me. You took down my dream, and I vowed to take you down. I've been watching a lot of anime, bro.
I can tell.
Yeah, man. Dude, there's this new anime I've been watching. I don't know if you guys are into anime or not, but for the podcast listeners out there, this isn't gonna help you at all because I have no idea what the fuck this anime is called. But it's on Netflix, and it is about a school that like is all about gambling, and it is super weird. Like the animation style is so fucking weird, but it is so good, dude. It is so fucking good. I don't know if any of you guys know what I'm fucking talking about. Mal, if you can just look up anime, Netflix, gambling.
No, I think
You think you found it? Yes.
is it this?
Yes, it is that.
I don't know if I want to click images or not.
No,
Is it
probably
bad?
Not. No, probably not. Probably not.
Is it bad?
No, it's not bad. There's just a lot. Like literally, it's like TV like 16 or something because like it's like sex and language or something like that. So there might be a little something, but I haven't seen any nudity yet or anything like that. They are just very well drawn. You know what I'm
buddy.
saying?
No, I'm not clicking the images. All right, good.
I wouldn't click, bro. I wouldn't click. But dude, the storyline in this anime is so fucking insane, man. It just blows my mind, and I have a real trouble getting into new anime, particular because I just grew up on like Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z, Rurouni Kenshin, that like anime style, which is like 90s anime. So this new anime, I always look at it and I'm like, oh, I don't know. But no, man, this shit rocks. What is are you guys into anime?
I watch some.
Some. Tracer, what are some of your favorite shows? Do you have any?
I've really only watched like the mainstream ones like Attack on Titan, Sword
Okay.
Art Online, Future Diary, stuff like that.
Okay. And Zastru's not into it at all.
I've watched Spirited Away. Does that count?
Hey, okay, it's a movie. Okay, yeah. All right.
That's
Do you
it.
watch anything? Like, are you big on any media like that? Like just
No.
shows or TV, like nothing like that in general. You're just mostly gaming.
I used to be, but a lot of my focus has gone to gaming. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I really
enough.
liked Money Heist.
Money Heist. What is that?
You never watched Money Heist?
No, dude. What is that?
You're missing out. They're like a group of misfits, I guess, that go and they rob like. Yeah, there you go. I don't remember the actual place they rob, but they
Okay.
it's very organized, very 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 organized, and it's a really good show. I suggest checking it out.
All right, I'll check it out. Mal, are you into anything like that?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch this. Hey, fuck it. I'll put it in my archives.
I promise it's insanely good.
But low key, also check out my
93%.
recommendation.
93% Rotten Tomatoes.
No, you're on like that. What is it? Laid back camp.
Dude, hey, can we
Yeah.
YouTube, check this out. Look at this mug. I got this mug. Laid Back Camp is literally I took a break from streaming. Family Barbecue knows that, and I'm telling you right now, I was depressed. I was out of it. And this anime literally held me together, bro. Laid Back Camp. If you're into a wholesome anime, it's literally just about these girls in school just going camping. And when I tell you it is the most detailed camping, like the creator of the show is like so detailed in every single thing about tents and camping and cooking, and it's almost educational in a way. It's so detailed. But yeah, it's really good, really wholesome. Second season is just about to come out in January, so I'm pumped about that. But yeah, it's I don't know. I just get in moods, man. I don't know if it's like you guys have this thing with media, like sometimes it happens with music too, which is probably the more common thing. But I just get in a mood, man, where I'm like, you know what? I just want to fucking watch anime.
Yeah.
And, it is what it is. And, I get in moods where I want to just listen to Taylor Swift all day, and I get in other moods where I'm like, nah, dude, fuck that. Throw it back. Little Wheezy, 50 Cent. We out here, Lupe Fiasco. Then I'm like, nah. Let's go to the Baby. Let's go to, Lil Baby. Let's go to, Lil Uzi Vert. Let's go, and then other days I'm like, let's sprinkle in some metal. Let's just get crazy with it. Let's, paint our nails black and fucking drink goat's blood. You know what I'm saying? There's just days like that. I don't know.
I think that part's just you.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah, it might just
I
be
just
you.
thought that was just a mood. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
What's favorite music, guys?
Rap.
Hip hop, yeah.
Okay, favorite artist then.
Mac Miller.
Ooh,
That is a good
Rip.
one.
F-Some
R.I.P.
Beat.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
I know Tracers.
I'm waiting for him
I
to
gotta
say
pick
it. but
one.
he's-
I gotta pick one.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
know
pick
who
one.
it is. I know who it is right off the bat.
Wait,
you don't
wait,
even
wait,
have to.
wait. Say okay. Hold up. Say yeah. Zastruh got to go first. Then what was he? What you think he's gonna say for favorite artist?
Young Gravy.
Dude,
Yeah.
please. Are you serious? It's Young Gravy.
Dude.
No, it's.
I
not.
mean, what do you mean? No, it's not. Why do you say it like that?
Because,
Yeah, come on.
bro,
Are you
it's
judging right
isn't
now?
Young Gravy like a meme? Like, isn't he a meme rapper? Like, is he like
He's
an
funny.
actual rapper? Like, I don't.
Yes.
You know, I don't.
Oh,
Am I?
he's
Am
just
I?
funny.
Pretty memey songs though.
He does. He has
My guy's
mini
got the, like,
songs. He reminds me like
blue
I don't know. Like
red blue.
he kind of reminds me of like Little Dicky in a way.
Yeah, I would put them on the same level.
Okay, but Little Dicky can actually rap though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I'm talking like he could freestyle like with anybody, which is
Yeah.
insane. Like I
He's
don't know if you
kinda
guys have
crazy.
seen his freestyles, but they're actually insane.
I have.
Is
Yeah.
does Young Gravy have like is he is he
I mean-
respected? I feel like Lil Dicky is now like gotten to a point where he's respected in the rap industry.
He's gone farther than being a rapper.
Yeah.
To be fair,
No, that's
Young
true.
Gravy really hasn't.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's true. It's probably not.
I mean, it's
comparison.
all subjective, but I mean, I think Young Gravy's got pretty good rap skills, and I think his lyrics are pretty good and they're really funny. And
Okay.
his vibe is no other rapper really has the style that he does, the kind of retro like
Yeah,
That's also
beats
true.
and
Yeah.
samples that he does.
No, I can
I can
agree.
agree.
With that. I don't really even think I know. I think I have like 2 songs on my playlist of his, which is of course the Tesla one, and
It's a
then
classic.
another one. I have another one. I feel like it has something to do with basketball, but I could be wrong.
Could be alley oop.
It is. It
Alley-oop.
is
Probably
alley-oop. It
alley-oop.
is alley-oop, 100%. Other than that, I don't think I've listened to any of the songs. What could I check? What's a song that I haven't named that I should check out?
That's the thing about Young Gravy is if you like one of his songs, you'll probably like most of them.
Oh, so I can
You just gotta go listen to all of it.
All right, I just gotta explore. I just gotta trust my
Yeah.
gut and
You
explore a
should,
little
you should
bit.
start. You should start with the old Young Gravy. You should start with the old songs. The old ones are the best ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The thing about Young Gravy is the vibe is never below the middle. If you get what I'm saying, that man is always just
The
energetic.
vibe. Oh, okay.
Vibes are
Yeah,
always up.
it's not possible to listen to Young Gravy and be unhappy at the same time. You just can't do
Okay,
it.
is it okay? I think I'm weird though. Asian is kind of like this as well. But I don't know. Do you guys ever get in a mood where like sad songs actually make you happy?
Yeah.
That's why I like
Okay.
Mac Miller so much.
I just didn't want to be the only one. Because I do get in moods where it's like, okay, like I'll listen to a sad song and instead of like being sad, I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like wholesome in a way. I don't know why.
Yeah.
There's like a really weird vibe going on with me. I'm like, okay, I want to continue to listen to this and smile. You know, I don't. It's weird.
That's
You
not
guys-
weird.
Do you guys?
It's
Okay,
not.
no, this is
That's how
definitely
music
weird. What I'm about to say is
That's how
definitely
music
weird
is
though.
supposed to be.
Let's just like cancel music altogether, right? Do you guys ever get?
Okay.
I'm gonna get canceled for this. Do you
I'm
guys ever
nervous.
think like just have like the weirdest fucking thoughts, bro? Like I'll be driving, bro. I'm gonna get canceled for this, bro. I'll be driving and I'll like look over to my right and there'll just be like some like fucking old lady in a Buick fucking driving, and I'm driving. I'll look over to my left and there's some just fucking like truck ass like country boy fucking driving, and I'm in the middle. And like sometimes I'm just like, dude, what if I just fucking swerved and just fucking I just went boom right, boom left, and I just fucking started taking motherfuckers out. I don't know. Sometimes I just think about that, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm late for work. I can't really afford to do that, so I'm just gonna continue on. Nobody gets crazy ass thoughts, like the random thoughts like that.
I think that's normal, or I mean, not normal, but like people
Oh,
have.
That's definitely
It's
not
called
normal.
intrusive
I,
thoughts.
I wouldn't go that far.
They're called intrusive thoughts. That's a thing that happens to people
Okay.
where a thought will cross your mind that you never in a million years would ever actually do.
But
But
the
you just
key
think of
to
it
me not being a
randomly.
psychopath is that I don't act on it, right? If I was
So
a
you're
Well,
psychopath,
if you're thinking about it all the time, you might still be a psychopath. But
Well,
Yeah, oh my
no,
God, like,
I'm not-
fuck it, dude, I'm taking everybody out.
I'm not
Okay.
thinking about it all the time. I'm just saying, like, there's definitely thoughts that pop in my head that I'm just like, that's fucking random as fuck. And I would never do that. But, you know, they're actually, like, funny to think about in some ways. At least, I don't know. I think that. But, you know, now that I'm out here just on the couch being counseled, letting out all my feelings to you guys, you know, just, you know, it is what it is. But I don't know. They just come to me. You guys don't have thoughts that just come to you like that? None.
I mean, I can't think of one specifically, but I've had it happen before.
Zastruh's hard no. Zastruh, I think, is like, hey, we need to get AIM checked out. We need to send him to some professional,
Like word.
a psych ward. Listen, dude. You might as well send me a psych word because I keep booting up Valorant every other 2 days. So
I don't know why you keep doing that to yourself. I could play like 2 games of Valorant and then I'm off of it.
wow, I don't know.
I've considered playing it again. Maybe that is an intrusive thought. But
Hey, hit me up.
You know, Fortnite
don't
used to give me some intrusive thoughts where I've thought about, tearing my PC out of the wall and throwing it out a window.
okay, now those are completely understandable.
What? Okay. What do I have to do here? Maybe one stream day, one stream night. I hit the right people up. I say, okay, listen, I got Dodge coming on Fortnite. I got Zastruh coming on Fortnite, and I got Tracer coming on Fortnite, and all 4 of us are going out there wrecking shop in squads. Me, obviously not doing anything, just kind of using you guys for content. But you guys maybe, going out there having a little fun because you guys got to carry my dead weight around, so it's a little bit more challenging for the 3 of you. Is that ever a possibility? Are we ever thinking about doing something like that?
I could do that.
It's possible. I would say that
I knew that Tracer was not going to be down for this, bro.
I will say that I think your chances were higher a week ago when pumps were still in the game.
Oh, that's right.
I think the chances have gone down a little bit.
I didn't even know they were gone.
I forgot about that. They're dude, and again, why are they taking pumps out, bro?
Okay, I take back my answer.
Why? Why? What is up with the charge? Whose idea was the charge pump, dude? What is that? Who? I actually want to know. Like, I may send a letter because it's like I want to know who specifically still has a job that like said, hey, we should do charged shotguns, and everyone in the room was like, you know what, Brad? That's the fucking greatest idea you've ever had, Brad. Oh my god, like, what? Why?
My thing is, why do you have to add them, but also remove pump?
That's another thing, bro. Dude, at one time, taps were in the game, compats were in the game, fucking the charge was in the game, the pumps were in the game.
The drum shotgun.
Oh,
do you remember that?
The drum shotgun's in the game right now.
Wait, what?
The drum shotgun is the drum shotgun is the gun that fucking pumps, right? Like hard, like 8 shots. Right?
What? No.
I think that's a new shotgun.
The drum shotgun is automatic. The drum shotgun was an automatic shotgun.
Yes, yeah, it pumped like 8 bullets, right?
I want to say 12.
Okay, 12, whatever. But it's like black and has like the fucking drum barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gun is in the game right now.
What?
I've seen someone use it yesterday.
Okay, then your chances went from low to 0.
Oh man. Well, you know what? When they will eventually do what they always do, they'll revert, they'll go back, do whatever do, and when that happens, I'm gonna hit you guys up. I'm gonna say, Tracer, pumps are in the game, charges are out. Let's get on. We'll box fight a little bit. Listen, I'm confident. I'm at least taking 1 game against you guys in box fights. I'm taking at least 1.
I'm optimistic.
And especially if we're in creative and somebody lets me get a combat shotgun, oh my god, is it over, dude?
I got nerfed.
I may have
over,
been, dude.
Over for you.
I may have been a top tier level Fortnite player when the combat shotguns were out.
Okay, you're reaching, bro.
You haven't used the new combat shotgun apparently.
I'm just letting you guys know, man. When that was my favorite shotgun. Am I weird for that?
No, I mean, it was good. It wasn't nerfed. It did like 120 damage, but now it does like 20.
I know Tracer, dude. Tracer's the king of 200s or something, so I know that he's all about the pump.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's his
signature. I would pay very large amounts of money to be given old Fortnite with blue pumps that did 200 damage in a headshot. I would pay a lot of money to play that game again.
That was a fun game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually started to have fun with Fortnite when that was kind of the end of that, into purple pumps where people started box fighting a lot. When box fighting first started happening, that's when I was like, okay, I'm kind of having fun with this game. But dude, I just was never a good enough builder to really take it, which is why I was better in box fights than I was in anything else, because box fights so limited on building, mostly about editing, and flicks, which I was pretty good at, but I just can't build. Man. And no matter, I would go into creative mode, and it just wouldn't happen. It just couldn't click. And I think that's just, it's a new game. That's why, Tracer was talking about the younger kids, man. They just get it. I don't know.
Yeah, building is it's a really abstract and creative mechanic, and it's gonna be harder the older you are. So
Well, I'm not that old, kid. Shut the fuck up. You know what
Dude, you're just telling us that your business gonna be
I'm a
boomer.
You just turned what,
I know.
32?
Dude, I'm about to end this podcast right now, dude. Guys, I'm 28. Listen, I'm in my prime right now, okay? If a game came out where I felt like I could be the best at it, hey, you better watch the fuck out. My reaction skills are still on point, okay? I'm still clicking at 150 millisecond, 112 millisecond rate, okay? No guessing. That's just me seeing the green and
waiting for Chess 2 to come out or what?
Dude, this kid, bro. Listen. Tracer, hey, I'm not gonna lie. When Tracer gets on his game, he can kind of throw some burns out there. He can burn with them, and you don't expect him. I remember we were playing Valorant one night, and he was coming with the heat.
We were all there. We were actually practicing for that thing with Agent. Remember?
Yeah.
And
right.
then we never did that. Nice.
Yeah, my fault, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things don't work out. That's the great thing about content, man, in streaming is, hey, something doesn't work out. You figure it out and hit the drawing board and fucking re-release something or do whatever. I'm fairly confident, though, we would have won that. We would have won.
100%.
I'm fairly confident. Yeah. We would have had to play. The only team I think that would have been decent is AD's team. American Dad was getting a bunch of Counter-Strike pros, ex-Counter-Strike pros.
Yeah, but we had like 3 Immortal players. It was crazy.
Yeah, and Dodge. We had Dodge. I just think Dodge is a cheat code.
I said Dodge was one of the Immortal players. Come on. So weird.
But, I think the major thing is we had Tracer, we had Brimstone. We just had a guy who he knew. He knew smokes, he knew mollies, he had the aim,
he knew the voice.
He had the voice. And I think that's really what it was. But also low key, just for any future competitive people watching this thinking they want to sign Tracer or be on a team with Tracer, hey man, after a certain point this kid loses his mind, and I'm telling you, it's an insane. All you're gonna talk about is grilled cheese sandwiches. It's all you're gonna talk about with this kid. After like 2 a.m., he's just gonna want grilled cheese sandwiches and to play WoW. That's all he's gonna want.
Literally.
In fact, honestly, it may not be insanity. Honestly, Tracer might be smoking something. Honestly, that's really the only thing that can explain what's going on. The obsession with grilled cheese. Is that your favorite meal, Tracer? Do you have is it grilled cheese?
I don't even remember the last time I ate a grilled cheese sandwich. I just think it's funny I don't know. It's funny to say. Just to like misspell it in chat. Grilled cheese sandwich.
Chimkin nuggets.
Oh, chicken nuggets.
Chimkin nuggets.
What? Dude, you're a big spicy chicken nugget guy. Right, Zastruh?
I guess, yeah. I mean, they're good.
Okay, because I think I just wanna have some beef real quick because McDonald's, I thought, created the best spicy chicken McNugget that I've had, and I'll say that over Wendy's. Yeah,
there's no chance.
I mean, did you have them?
Yes.
And you just didn't. You don't.
I got a 4-piece just to try them, and I didn't
agree.
I didn't eat 3 of them. Yeah, it was not. No.
Are you talking about the new ones that they had?
Yes.
The McDonald's spicy chicken nugget.
Those were not like spicy chicken nuggets because they gave you that weird
flavor
sauce. So I was like, you know what? I don't want this. I did the same thing too.
It was a weird flavor.
I'm getting hated on, and I don't like it, bro.
It's because you're a boomer.
It's okay. Old people just like weird things.
Oh my god, bro! These kids, man. I'll literally pack all 3 of you up, bro. Send you on your way with a little lunchbox, bro, to school, okay? Listen, you guys are all dog shit at every single game you play. I know I hyped all these kids up, but listen, Family Barbecue, they're dog. They're all dog. They would all lose in all the games.
The guy who was literally talking trash about his community and saying they were dog shit.
And they are. I'll look. You guys are dog shit at Among Us, and you know it. That's not even you talking shit. They just know. They know, okay? What's up? Why you guys not play Among Us? I would love to be in an Among Us lobby with Zastruh and Tracer.
I think I would no longer have friends.
Okay.
I played it for a while when it was big. I played it with my IRL friends a lot.
Okay,
my biggest problem is that
playing with me, man. Means a lot.
I mean, my biggest problem is that I'm a really, really terrible liar. I am so bad at being imposter because one
can
word
see
comes
that,
out of my
actually.
mouth and everybody knows it's me.
I can actually see that, and I could see, if you could mold it a little bit, use that to your advantage. Maybe you could, start to confuse some people. Mal's pretty good at the game.
I don't even get to play the game. I just die off rip. Everybody just shanks me in half, and I'm just like, all right, I guess I'm gonna do my task. And if I'm not dead first round, they're like, imposter, vote him off. And I'm just like, dude, I'm an imposter, man.
And that's sometimes, Mal, that's the price you have to pay about being the brightest star in the room. And that's what you are, Mal. You're the brightest star in the room.
Thank you. I appreciate that one.
How, I know Tracer is in college and he's 19.
Yep.
Not yet boomer, not yet 20, still is in his youth, in his prime. Zastruh, how old are you?
I'm 23.
23. Absolute old ass man. But still maybe some life to live.
I feel like you're on the road.
I mean, I'm not 32.
I don't know why you would say 32. No one here in this call is 32. And honestly, you said what?
I was told you were 32.
Who said that?
Mal,
you said that?
Honestly, I did say that, and I'll just give him some information. It's true, guys. Hey, he's 32. He just doesn't want to.
I just wanted a little bit of background information before we came into this.
Wait, you are actually 32?
No, I'm
Yeah.
28, motherfucker.
I don't know.
I'm not 32.
I would have believed it. I'm just checking.
Yeah.
You would have believed it. You would have believed that I'm 32.
I would have believed 42.
Bro, I had a girl the other day while I was out at a bar. Everybody was doing that game. They were like, "Yo, how old do we look?" And John was there, and he was like, "How old do AimHigh look?" And she looked at me and she said, "Anywhere from 22 to 25."
Yeah, we paid her.
And I said, yes. I didn't say what my age was. I just said yes, and I walked away. So listen, the fact.
So
that
I
you
don't
guys
know.
right here,
I don't know why the common theme right now is lying, but if we could just drop that.
Oh my god, bro.
If we could just drop that as a whole.
Yeah,
I
Mel
think
said they
the
paid
podcast
her.
would
She
go a
probably
lot
got more
smoother.
earnings than me now.
Yeah, we definitely had to pay her quite a bit too. She didn't
Yo,
want to come over at first.
Mal was not even there, bro. He was not even there. We were at a bar, man, in Atlanta. She was
Did you check for wires?
dude, you guys busting my
Dude,
balls.
cameras?
I'm telling you.
Ahead of the game.
I'm telling you. I looked like a very young
Hey.
20.
Yeah, very young grandpa.
20. Okay, dude. 25.
Hey,
I feel
Fortnite
like I'm
kid,
looking good. I'm looking fine. All right. I'm. You know what? I'm fine. What's not fine is
Your knees.
They've been buckling it all recently.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. They
Dude.
hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, dude, hey, listen. But okay, I played football. I was in the Navy. Okay, my back hurts, dude. I haven't had a
but my
gaming.
back hurts too, though.
You know what I'm saying, Mal? Come on, man.
That's from carrying you in Valorant.
Oh,
I
you're
would use
actually,
back as a crutch too. It's such a...
dude. You guys are both dog shit. Listen, I'm telling you, man. I'm fine. It just sometimes when it rains outside, I get a little achy. I get a little, ugh. I just a little stiff moving around. I just feel like, But hey, that comes with the experience. I have
getting old.
experience. Yeah, you know what?
It's not
I'm
always,
cool.
it's not
I'm
always
cool
a
with
bad
being
thing to
old.
look old.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't look old. Shut your mouth, you tweenie.
just want-
Well, I'm
Top
just
little
saying.
baby.
I'm just saying, like, I'm 19, right? I'm like, I'm lonely. I wish I had a girlfriend, and I go post a picture on Twitter, and I got people telling me I look like I'm 15.
Hey, you single?
Wait, you're not
You
15?
single? You single? You looking for a girl?
I mean,
Okay. Wait
Okay.
a second. Wait a second.
Yeah, I'm
Wait a second.
screenshotting that.
Yeah, screenshot
I've-
that.
yeah,
Post that,
let me
bro.
see
Look,
that.
Seen this, bro.
every single girl will slide into that man's DMs, bro. If he got,
Yeah,
make that your
100%.
profile picture. Hey, listen, what's up, man? Are you somebody that you want to find somebody like online that's into gaming, or are you like, I want to find an IRL girl that's like close? Like, what's up with that?
I mean, IRL and close would be sick, but like, I don't really speak to anyone ever.
Why?
So, I mean, that's
Why
kinda
is that?
hard.
Why, dude? Hey,
This is
it,
what
Warcraft,
right here is where I am 18 hours a day.
Yeah, my guy's playing WoW, bro. Chill. What are you talking? We have no time to talk to people.
Like,
Dude.
am I gonna meet someone at the laundry room the 30 minutes a week that I spend there?
maybe. I don't. Yeah, maybe.
At the
you
grocery
are.
store when I'm buying Hot Pockets?
Yes, yeah, maybe you
Oh.
are. Maybe some
Hot
hot ass
Pockets,
girl is gonna look
Lunchables.
into your cart and gonna go, pepperoni hot pockets, my favorite. And then you're gonna have an ability to go, I want a lot of money playing Fortnite. Would you like to come back to my apartment?
And then
And
she's
then-
gonna run away.
That's
you
what
never
you
know.
say.
You never
That's
know.
that's the line. All right.
I don't know what his line would be. I'm just saying, like that's a
I don't
very-
know.
a
but
potential
alright.
thing, dude. If I was Tracer and I was the fucking, I genuinely think Tracer's probably like, dude, at bare minimum, top 10 aimer in the world, bro. I think that. So
Number 1 in my heart.
absolutely number 1 in my heart.
Oh, number one in all of our hearts, especially after that performance you just did. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, dude, I would be fucking slinging my dick all 2020, bro. I would be in there. I'd be like, listen here, I fucking number 1 on Kovacs. I'd tell every single girl at my school, I'd be like, you don't even fucking understand the reaction time that you think our quarterback is cool? You think our fucking point guard for basketball is cool? I have the reaction time of literally the fastest human on earth, bro. Are you serious? I would be fucking gassing it up, dude. You gotta go gas it up, Tracer. Go gas it up. You know, just, hey, walk in and say, here's my peen. Here's my records for Kovacs. Suck it. And somebody's gonna suck it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, man.
Or don't. You know, it'd probably be better if you didn't listen to me. But, you know, Zastruh, how are you on the girl front? What's up, man?
Like lonely as shit.
Okay, well, how can we fix that? By putting all you guys in a lockdown, right? That'll fix it.
Yeah, masks.
Masks. What's up, man? Are we? Oh, okay. Would you guys date somebody over the internet?
I have before.
Okay. Would you again? No.
No.
Tracer?
I mean, I might.
Really?
Well, I feel like
it's
if you
worth
find the right
trying.
person-
It's worth trying. I will admit that.
I don't think that I would ever do it.
Why?
Well,
Because I would just cheat on her all the time, dude. I'm so serious. And
okay.
I'm not even trying to be mean. It's just like
Sure.
genuinely, like, dude, like I'm not gonna lie to somebody and be like, oh, like I don't need sex and we can fucking hang out online. I can't do that. I'm sorry, dude. One of the prices of being 28. Hey, I've had sex before and I want to continue having it. Like I'm not gonna do. I'm just not gonna do it unless the only possible way is like it was very clear that the vibe and the chemistry was so high that there was an opportunity that we would move to the same city, or like we would like it was a constant effort to like try to get to the same place. Because like
So what if you lived in, say, the same state, or
yeah, then for
the
sure,
next to the
100%.
state?
As long as it's a worthy travel distance. Like
Yeah.
if I'm in Atlanta right now and some girl from California was like, we should date, I'd be like, fuck off. I'd be like, that's dumb, because dude, I'm just already an overthinker that I could not be literally all the way across the country from some girl. I would develop trust issues. I would then begin to like do my own thing and be like, oh, well, she's not going to know. Like, I just know that I would, because I'm just too physical. Like, dude, one of my top love languages. I don't know if you guys have ever read that book or seen the love language thing, but top love language for me is physical touch. So I just know 100% off rip that it's not going to happen. So I would rather not lie to a girl and like let her, you know, go under the false pretense of like, oh, this online thing could work. We'd have to be in the same state, or like I could drive like 5-6 hours for a girl. Like that's probably max. I could do that, but no, I just couldn't do it. Mal, could you date online?
I think if you find the right person, probably yeah. It's worth it. Like Zash said, it's definitely worth a shot. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, because you know it is true. You never know. You know, I mean,
Same.
you never know who you're gonna meet, I guess.
I mean, we're fucking young, and you're fucking old. So
Oh
like,
my
you're like,
god, bro!
I'm sure you've
What-
seen
the
it
next
all.
person you're gonna date is gonna be the one that you're marrying.
Dude, listen.
You just don't have a choice at this point.
I didn't want to.
Your mom's probably on your ass about kids already.
Dude, well, listen, that's the reality of the situation. Is
You're gonna retire
I do
soon.
need to bear children at some point in my life, but you know, it'll happen when it happens. But that's not really something I'm thinking about. I feel like guys can have kids into their 40s, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's another thing. I genuinely, like, there are some times where I'm like, man, I am old. But then I'm like, you know what? Fucking Drake is out here. He's fucking 34 years old talking about popping Zans on a plane, dude, and living his best life, dude. Fuck that.
Bro, he is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I got plenty of time to get where I want to go and do what I want to do. And, you know, kids out here like Tracer behind me. You're old. Fuck off. I'm fine. I'll get there. You know, when I do get old, I'll get old. But I'm telling you, I feel great. And I also, you know, as long as it's not raining, I feel like I could run a mile, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Not
AimHigh
more.
sees his mom and she's like, "So AimHigh, when am I having grandkids?" And he's like, "I don't have time for relationships. Do you know who I had on my podcast last week?"
Dude, hey, listen, mom's got to chill, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, if I'm out here having Ex Pro Fortnite players on my pod, there's things you gotta be focused on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People like you guys, man. I appreciate you guys coming on here too, man. For real.
It's been
It's fun.
Dude,
I was nervous, but it's actually fun.
Yeah, I don't know why you're nervous, bro. Overthinker, bro, like me.
Overthinker, yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's actually a conversation, not just podcast, if that makes sense.
You said what?
It feels like a conversation, not just like a.
Oh, what we're doing right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope so, man. I don't, you know, and it's cool because I've sat down and talked with Tracer a little bit, but you know, I feel like me and you have never really got to like sit down and talk like this. So I think it's really
I just
cool.
flamed you on my stream a couple times, I think.
You said you did what?
I said I think I only just flamed you on my stream a few times. That might have been it.
No, that never happened. No.
He's hurt. I'm
No,
sorry.
No.
You need a hug?
You know
Everybody
what?
makes mistakes.
Everybody has those days.
Come here.
DCMA, DMCA. I don't know. Why do I keep calling it DCMA? I did that like 6 times
Boomer.
last night. All right, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Easily
You're
forget.
just getting old.
You just easily forget things. It's understandable.
It's early onset Alzheimer's.
Yeah, Loki, this is just a roast AimHigh right now.
You know what I'm
like, that's
saying,
kinda
bro?
fucked up.
Like-
I'm sorry, dude.
like-
Shit.
Almost like it's the AimHigh podcast.
AimHimers.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like Tracer could just let one fly that you're not expecting. That is actually really funny. And
Exactly.
I'm gonna try to hold back my laughter because I don't want to give him any kudos for that. That was funny.
No, I gave it to him. It was good.
It was funny. Guys, what is separately before we get you out of here? Is there anything? What are you guys working on, man? What are you guys most excited for? Is there anything that we can send people your way to a certain social media or Twitch or whatever? Tracer, are you gonna stream ever again? What's going on, man?
I'm hoping to start streaming some WoW soon. I think.
No shot, really?
Shadowlands.
Yeah, I'm in a guild. I'm in a raiding guild. I've been getting into PvP lately, and I'm kind of a beast in the PvP.
Oh,
So
okay.
might start up some WoW streams.
What do you play, man? I know somebody who's like really good at PvP, and he plays like a shadow priest or whatever.
Have you played WoW?
No, dude. I have. I played to like level 20 and got
played
off.
Classic.
I played WoW Classic level 20 and got off. I was like, nah, this is dumb. But you know, I just don't see. I don't know. I just don't get the game. Like maybe it's different if you're with. I don't know. When you play, do you play by yourself or do you play with a bunch of people?
I mean, now I play with a bunch of people, but when I first got into the game a couple years ago, it was all by myself.
And you were cool with it. It's just yeah. I don't know, man. I just part of me was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Maybe it's me, the boomer, and me talking the whole. The whole like leveling up the items and like switching out items and figuring out when you're new, I don't know, that stuff is like very daunting. Like I don't really know what to sell. Like I just kind of end up selling shit that like whatever, like is just clearly like, levels above my gear already. But I don't know, man. It was very confusing to start out, but it was fun. It was cool to level 20. I was a Hunter?
Yeah.
Hunter? Yeah. Thank you, Mal. I didn't know. Yeah, Hunter. It was, dude. We're okay. Just keep plugging away. Act like you didn't hear it. You'll be fine. Fuck you guys. Anyway, it was, it was cool. It was cool. It was all right. I know Mal, you've played a lot of WoW, right?
Yeah, I've played a lot of WoW. I mean,
Zastruh?
I'm not playing as much now though.
No WoW?
0 minutes, 0 seconds on WoW.
Ever not gonna happen?
I'm just not an MMO person.
Yeah.
I've tried it in the past. I've tried it recently. It's not me.
Dude, the Star Wars MMO fucks. It's really
The Old
good.
Republic.
Yes. I would
Played that a little
actually play that game with people. If people like actually were serious about getting that game and playing it together, I would play that game with people. That game actually fucks. Like, I don't know.
That game's literally a WoW clone.
Dude.
It's literally World of Warcraft Star Wars.
Well, guess what? It fucks. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's just because it's Star Wars that I'm freaking out. But I have my own ship in that game. I go from fucking planet to planet, and it's fucking dope, dude. It's dope. I'm a Sith.
Have you ever played Destiny?
No.
Destiny is like I want to say like extremely smaller scale. Wow. Is that?
Yeah, it's like a small
close in?
scale first-person shooter. WoW, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Mixed
really
with,
like
Halo,
Destiny.
right? It's like got
Yeah,
a Halo vibe.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Kind of like Halo, yeah. I loved Destiny. I
Are you guys Halo fans?
never played Xbox.
Never played it.
Damn.
Wow,
Yeah.
I'm in shock right now.
Yeah, I'm actually in shock too.
It's
I
just
don't know
Call
how
of Duty.
good. I
grew
have
up
no
on-
idea how good they would be at Halo, specifically Tracer, because I feel like the aiming is
I
so
played-
different in that game.
I played Halo Reach on PC not too long ago. I want to say like
Dude.
a year or two ago.
The Halo PCs are
Whatever.
trash.
I noticed it was pretty ass.
Yeah, man. And that's one of the big things. I talked about this on Agent 00's podcast because we were talking about console wars and just console battles. And, when the Xbox was actually winning those console battles, it was like peak Halo 2, Halo 3. And they're coming out with Halo Infinite. And, they're doing a full-scale PC launch of that game as well. And Agent's really excited because he's, we haven't really had for a long time an arena-style shooter like that. And that was good, at least, on PC. The issue, though, is that, to get to this full-scale launch of Halo Infinite, they've released all the Halo Master Chief collections. They've started to release those slowly but surely on the PC.
Yeah, I think that's what.
Yeah, and that's probably what you played. The issue with it is they're finding that, just mouse aim and controller aim, specifically in that game's mechanics, are very different and are very weird. And it's, you guys want to talk about aim assist and all that shit in Fortnite or in Call of Duty when they mix lobbies. Oh no, dude, it's a whole different beast. It's a whole different beast for Halo. The controller players are at a massive advantage. And so
Gross.
I don't know what they're gonna do for Halo Infinite. I really want Halo to be good. I really do, because I think that it could be just as big as Halo 2 and Halo 3 were, especially because of the gaming scene kind of starting to take off now. But I don't know, man. It's hard. It's really hard. I'm shocked that you guys have not played that. That was probably for my boomer ass. That was, I don't know if Mal played it like that, but for me,
No, I
that
did.
was, dude. That was me and my friends getting on.
Halo 2,
Slayer,
bro.
the four of us. That was like my real first playing a team game with IRLs. That I was like, oh man, this is really really fun. Because the only other shit I had was like an old PC game I played by myself. But
I want to
No,
say the first game I ever played with other people, like in like a co-op, is what you're kind of trying to say, right?
well, just like the whole team aspect of like knowing
Oh.
everybody who was on my team. Like I played a competitive game called Return to Castle Wolfenstein, but I didn't know anybody. Like I met everybody like you know what I mean? Like it was all like online friends that I'd met. Like I didn't know anyone prior to entering that game, and I was like 13 at the time.
Right.
When I played Halo, it was with like it got started. Halo was like originally like the LAN aspect of it was so cool. Like my local mall had like they would hook like LAN shit up and do tournaments, and everybody from school would be there, even like jocks. Everybody would be there playing Halo, trying to win money. And so that was like my first like real competitive like IRL, like knowing people, and it kind of created this, I don't know, just a scene for me of like, oh, this shit kind of has like potential to be really fucking fun. And I don't know, just like a different vibe. I think honestly what I'm describing is just probably your guys' feelings on when you guys started to play Fortnite competitively. Like it just creates this moment in time for you guys where it's like, oh man, like this is actually a really important time in my life and this is really fun. You know, like I'm really having a lot of fun. And that's what Halo 2 and Halo 3 were for me. But
How old are you when that happened? I'm not
when what?
roasting you
When
for
what
your
came out?
the games you're talking about.
I was probably like
During this time.
when Halo 3 came out, I was probably 17 or 16. 16 or 17. So, yeah. That probably would have been around when the Xbox 360
So,
was
like,
launching.
It was
I
360,
want to say
yeah.
I had the kind of same experiences, not necessarily with like IRL friends or anything, but where I kind of like started forming teams was like Call of Duty, like Black Ops 2.
Is Black Ops 3 where they first introduced you could run on walls?
Yes.
That's my favorite Call of Duty. Is that weird?
No,
No,
I
Black
love
Ops 3 is my favorite COD.
Yeah, me too, hands
Okay.
down.
I just felt like I was the best at that Call of Duty, and I just had the most
Yeah.
fun playing that Call of Duty. And I don't really
I
know
feel
why.
like the skill gap in Black Ops 3 was bigger
So
than
much
any
higher.
other COD. Any
Really?
other COD.
Definitely.
The movement
Yeah.
alone.
Absolutely.
If you were good at movement in that game, you were already
I
top tier.
slayed, bro. And it was
Yeah,
literally
me
just
too.
because I could fucking strafe and run on walls.
Yeah, and the little fucking 30 hertz kids didn't know what to do with their lives.
no idea.
You know, you're just skirting all around.
And then even though I was on controller, my aim carried me in that game too, because
Yeah,
a lot of people struggled to shoot you when you were flying through the air, but I can
Are
shoot
you?
anyone.
Can you aim on controller pretty well as well?
I used to.
I had
Oh, you
decent aim
don't.
on controller. I wasn't nowhere near the level I can aim with a keyboard and mouse, but I was definitely above average.
Dude, if I picked up a controller right now, I think I'd probably be worse than one of the bots.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too. I
controllers
haven't
are
touched a
weird.
controller in forever.
I literally the only time I use a controller is when I play like Madden or an NBA 2K game, sports essentially. I don't really use it. I just can't. I don't know, man. At first, it was kind of like I don't know. I felt cooler playing with a mouse and keyboard, but the more that I've just gone on this journey of streaming, and I just can't go back now. Like it just feels weird. Genuinely feels foreign. That's a good word for me. Foreign. It feels foreign.
I
to
think
me.
Fortnite did that to a lot of people. It was because the mechanics you used so much of it, if that makes sense. Like as something like, say, Call of Duty, it would have just been movement and mouse, right? Fortnite, you have all these keybinds and all this stuff, and I think that really overwhelmed the controller muscle memory.
And that transition happened fast, right? I mean,
Yeah.
dude, it was like you had to be on a keyboard and mouse to be competitive at Fortnite, and then I want to say like in the span of 2 months, it felt like controllers took over.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys have to say. Tracer just looks depressed hearing that, but
You keep saying the C word, and it's
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just hurting you.
just
Yeah,
triggering me. Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
PTSD is real.
I wanted to ask one more Fortnite question before we got you out of here, but I just forgot about it. Yeah, whatever. I guess it's gone. That's in the what you guys said before. I'm not gonna repeat it, but just it's.
Aimheimers.
Yeah, we didn't have to say it, but we
You
said
forgot
it.
that one. You forgot that one too. It's
No,
okay.
I remembered, but we just we didn't need to say it. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, is that what you like call the podcast followers? Some Aimheimers? Damn, that'd be kind of lit.
No, dude, we don't want to call them Aimheimers. That's so disrespectful. Chat, you're better than that. I keep calling them chat. I'm just I love
Hey,
chat. But
stream
speaking
life.
of chat, though, we got into this because Tracer said he's going to come back stream WoW. We expect that. We want a date by the end of this podcast, so start thinking of a date when you're going to go live. Zastruh is already live and streaming a bunch of things. So, Zastruh, tell us about your stream. Tell us about what you got going on over there.
I've actually taken a break the last few days. I mean, lately it's just been a lot of zombies. I've been really wrapped up in Cold War zombies, playing a lot of that. That's really all it's
What's
been.
that? Call of Duty? Where's that at? Where's on the scale of Call of Duties? Where's Cold War?
Multiplayer, the worst it's ever been. Zombies, the best it's ever been.
Interesting.
Yeah. If you're a campaign guy, the campaign is really good.
I saw a tweet, and I don't know if it was a troll. I did see a tweet from like a really famous COD pro player, who said that if somebody doesn't think that Cold War is the best Call of Duty multiplayer game, then they're high.
So I want to know who said that.
I don't know because I don't know COD Pro players, but I just know that it got like a ton of likes and also a ton of like replies. Like
Replies.
it was like it was a very split decision. Like
You played
caused a
it?
lot of me. No, I've
Oh.
yet to play it, but I'm not really.
It's really
I don't know, man. I
I
don't
I
want to
must
say
be
that.
high as fuck then.
yeah, it's
I don't want to say that I'm over Call of Duty because I always love a good Call of Duty game. To kind of, but the thing, okay, and this is gonna take us back to the skill based matchmaking, but it's just I feel like I play COD. I'm an above average player when I get on Call of Duty. So
Yep.
it's like when I get on Call of Duty, most of the time I just feel like I'm gonna slay, and when I don't, because I'm in a matchmaking system that all the players are the same skill as me, it's just like I don't know, man. I just feel like skill based matchmaking just literally sucks the fun out of games.
I've never heard a positive reaction to skill-based matchmaking ever.
The only people that like it are so bad and so casual at the game that you're not going to hear them say anything about the game anyways. They're not
Okay,
on
that makes
social
sense.
media talking about the game. They
That
just
makes perfect
play
sense.
it for
But then
fucking
again,
whatever.
if no one's even hearing them, why is it there?
Yeah, because I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
does
frustrating.
not belong.
Um, you know what? I do know what I was gonna ask, and this is a good thing to end on. Other than yourselves, because obviously you guys are number one in your hearts. Who right now, if you at all are paying attention, or maybe ever, maybe we see ever, who so far who do you claim is the best Fortnite player to have played the game in their peaks?
Jesus.
Give me
Well, that's a
if
tough
you need
fucking
to
question.
if you need to give me like a top 3 in no specific order.
Epic Whale, Benji Fishy, for sure.
And Ninja.
It seems like with that game, there's always it's like periods of time where there's one player that's just dominant. Like there was a period of time when Benji, it was like you ask anyone who's the best player in the world, everyone would have said Benji Fishy. There's a point in time where you ask who's the best player in the world, everyone would have said unknown. Everyone would have said Epic Whale. Everyone would have said Booga or whatever. There's a lot of insanely good players. It's really hard to pick one.
Who dominated the most though during their time? Like that's what I want to like. Who if we were to ask, like if we were to survey 100 X or right now pro players, what would their answer be to say like like for instance like it's not necessarily a given during the discussion that Tom Brady for football is the best quarterback of all time, but he's the greatest quarterback of all time because he like dominated and won Super Bowls. You're right, and like did his thing, but he's not necessarily the most talented quarterback, right? Like his arm strength and his accuracy, like he's not necessarily the best at those things. He's not the best mobile player, but he dominated the sport. So in many ways, it's like some people would just no meme. It's like oh okay, like Ninja is probably like a dominant player because of the where he took Fortnite, right? He obviously didn't last long once it started to get going, but because of him, Myth, other people that I feel like don't get talked about a lot, like it grew, right? It grew. So take competitive scene. Is there anyone that comes to your mind that's like, oh, like that guy's probably like the most dominant Fortnite player ever at this point, or competitive wise, like he's probably like that person is probably like, yeah, he's the greatest player of all time so far.
See, that's the thing. Anyone that's ever been good enough at all aspects of Fortnite is in the competitive scene. See what I'm saying? So, like, say someone like I couldn't say Ninja because he was never the greatest.
Yeah.
I guess what he's done for the game has its own right, but I feel like that's a different discussion. Best player, I would definitely have to say Epic Whale, Benji Fishy, and then I want to say Zate.
Zate. Okay.
Zate. He's been at the top nonstop. You've never seen him do bad.
Tracer.
It's tough. Um,
Mal, do you
I
have
don't know,
anybody?
I right now.
I think AimHigh
Um,
AimHigh versus Contagious.
Damn. Mine would just be the one and only Aim High. Smile.
Thanks, man.
Winky face.
I am pretty good. Thank you. There was a time. There was a time I placed top 10 in the Boomer Cup. You know, it is what it is. I was out there.
Wasn't that
I beat
only
Dodge. I beat Dodge. Dodge never wants to talk about it, but I placed higher than Dodge in a Fortnite tournament for money. So we'll put that out there. Obviously don't bring it up to him. It's a sore subject, but also bring it up to him if you have time, because it's actually hilarious. Listen, we're going to get out of here. I genuinely, this is strong for me to say, but I genuinely do love you guys, man. I believe in you guys. You guys are so young, especially Tracer. Zastruh's kind of getting old, but Tracer's so young. Man, you got the whole future ahead of you. I can't wait to play a game that you've created and be like, wow, it's crazy that a friend of mine is this smart. Zastruh, I just know, bro, I'm so happy that you're back streaming, bro. I couldn't imagine you not streaming or not playing games for people. And it's very clear, bro, when you hop into your community that you've made an impact on those people, man. Like, those people wait for you to go live. They feast for you. Like, the fact that you told me you've taken a 3-day break, we need to check up on some of those people. They're probably going through a tough time. We need to go live immediately because those people need you. I really appreciate you guys coming through, man. Tell the people what you got going on. If there's anything that you want to self promo, we'll start with Tracer. Tracer, you got anything going on, man?
Well, the new raid for Shadowlands comes out on Wednesday. That might be a good time for me to start streaming WoW.
Hey, there it is, Wednesday, dude. Hey, fucking start it up, man.
Yeah,
Zastruh?
wow, Wednesday.
See you Wednesday. Sorry, I just blanked. What was it? What are we doing?
What's your favorite cookie?
Snickerdoodle.
All right, get this guy off the pod. I'm just an old-fashioned chocolate chip because I'm a boomer. Whatever. What's you got a stream, Twitter, anything you want to promo? Anything you want to promo?
Stream Twitch is at twitch.tv/Zastruh TV at the end of that.
And then we'll put all these links. We'll put all these links in the description. Tracers, I think, is just Tracer FPS.
Yep, Tracer FPS on everything.
Yeah.
Zastruh on Twitter.
Okay. And there it is.
There it is.
Guys, I appreciate you coming through, and I wish you guys the best of luck. Mal, as always, thanks for being by my side during this. And what we always kind of do is everybody, the guest, we haven't done this before because multiple guests. We haven't had, you guys are the first pair to be on here as multiple guests, so that's a milestone for us, so congratulations. But also, we like to leave the audience with like a phrase or a word. So Zastruh, you can go first. Tracer, you can go next. Essentially, just say one phrase or one word, anything that comes to mind. I already know what Tracer's gonna say, but Zastruh, if you want to go ahead and say something, and then I'm gonna play us out, and we'll deuce, and we'll see you guys next week.
Aim higher.
Shit. How the hell am I supposed to top that?
You're not.
You already know what to say. Just say it.
I'm really supposed to just follow that up with grilled cheese sandwich.
There it is.
Perfect.
Thank you guys for joining the AimHigh Podcast, and we'll see you next week, my Bobas.